Hey folks, how you going? Okay, so Brian Baker here from BB and the Bullets. I'm working on the new BB and the Bullets album. It's going to be our second album. I'm a few tracks into it now. The guys we've been in the studio and we've recorded the rhythm tracks, which is the bass and essentially the bass and the drums and the drum tracks. We did them all together, and to get the live vibe of the song. But particularly, we're about recording pristine drum tracks. And what I thought I'd do is just take you through my process now that I'm starting to work on it. So I'll take you through a song from beginning to end. So it starts by pulling up the track. I'm running Logic, so I have it here, and we'll just fire it up. Load it up, and these are the tracks. These are the tracks that we recorded at the start. And it looks like for this track, I'm doing a song called Crawl Right In. Okay, it looks like we've only recorded one take, which is unusual because usually we do at least three. But I think it's highly likely that we. Oh no! Here we go. Look. Here we go. The initial recording. It looks like I've already started to do some work on it. Yeah, look, there we go. There's a couple of different takes and different things in here, but they're not full takes. It looks like we were pretty happy with one particular take. So I use the Project Alternatives in Logic, so that each variation, each thing, a slab of work that I do, I have a new alternative, which means I can go back and look at stuff. But it looks like I've already done some work. So this would be the initial track that I've done. And let's see what it's like. So we've got some rough guitar, we've got a rough vocal, but essentially looks like it's I'll just get rid of the guitar and get rid of the bass, and just check to where we got the drums sitting. So it looks like I've already done some initial work here. I think I was rather enthusiastic about this track. So I've already grouped the kick drum, which we have a kick drum at the front and a kick drum on the batter head. And I also have a drummer called kick triggered. So I've mixed them together into a drum bus. And they all seem to be going pretty well. Yeah, it's all pretty clean. Kick is clean, so that's good. And then I have that running into a snare bass, which sounds kick-ass. Running the SSL LMC Plus, which is my Hugh Padgett's, the talkback mic on a SSL console. That's the one that Hugh Padgham rigged up for Phil Collins on a Peter Gabriel album and led to that great drum sound. I love it on the snare. I just think it's great. It just brings it out so much better. Anyway, so that's that. Then we've got our overhead, which is the Nude Ribbon mic, which is fantastic. Yeah, mix them all together into a drum bus. PSP, a twin compression kind of thing for the entire drum group, and it just brings it out and makes it kick. So essentially, that's the drums done. So step one done. So let's have a little look at the bass. And Stu would have done a good bass track. So Stu and Brad have put the bass track, bass and drums down together, with the guitar and the vocals. But so we did it live here in the studio, and then I may or may not ask Stu to come back in and redo his bass part, depending. I try and keep as much of the live, because those guys do a whole lot of stuff, work out a whole lot of rhythm section stuff live, and it just translates when they can see each other and play together. And I try and keep that vibe, But it's just a matter of making sure the sound is good. And I've already done some work on it. I use a few plugins here on the bass. But it's good. And then just see how they all go together. So then we have our rhythm track. But I'm listening to the toms. Okay, so I'm listening to the toms here, and I just, where's a good tom bit? I want to hear these two. That way, when we go to the floor tom, when we go here, manual BB toms. Good. Let's have a listen to that. Ooh, don't like that. That's ugly. What's happening here? Not bad. Not bad. Concerned about is the ghost notes here, so I'm trying to get the Black Salt silencer to open up enough for the ghost notes, but it's remembering that I will have them also on the overhead tracks, and the overhead tracks then can give it, the character and fill in all those little gaps that. Trying to preserve Brad's ghost notes because they're really important stylistic thing in the way that he plays. And those times are quiet. I think we're good. Hi-hat. Wow. Usually enough hi-hat coming from the overheads anyway. All I'm using that track for is to just give it a little bit of sonic kind of direction, but in general I'll just keep that pretty low. Okay, so that's the start. Pull up the track, we sorted out the drums. I know I've probably scooted over quite a bit of it because I already have a lot of the processing done and set, but in general you can see what I'm doing, that we've got a great drum track and a great bass track, so now it's time to do some guitars. Yay! I have a basic part for the guitar, the one that I play live, so I know the riff, so I'm just going to put down some basic guitar for a start and then see where that goes. That's usually the process, yeah? But it's finding, now I've got to find the sound. So I know the part, but I've got to find the sound. I've chosen the Tele for a start. it should work. I know it. I know I've got to find a pretty straightforward rock sound. So, and tune up. Keep them tuned. I'm using the Quad Cortex. This is a 1965 Deluxe reverb. So a Fender reverb. It's quite good. It's got it's got a Klon on it. I mean, yeah. There's a blues breaker here which is quite nice. I like that. Yeah, it sort of works. I'm going to record it in headphones, so there's not going to be... Don't like that. There's not going to be too much for you guys to listen to, so I just... I'll chuck down the track and then I'll talk to you. So there was just one little arrangement change that I had to follow, learn again, stuff that we worked out on the day. When we put the drums and the bass down, we workshop them and get them right. So I've done one guitar track and now I'm going to do another. So it's just a matter of, I do like to double them a fair amount, and then I can choose whether I want to use the double or I want to use the single. But initially, going down like this, I'm just gonna do a straight double. I'm gonna do a straight double of this track. Okay, so I got two pretty good guitar tracks now. The sound is great. The Tele is perfect for it. The Fender 1965 Deluxe is sounding good with the Klon and the Blues Breaker pedals. But I'm going to do another guitar track because now I'm starting to kind of get in the groove of it. And if I do a couple more guitar tracks, even though I'm only going to use two, it just gives me some options with smoothness and consistency of parts. Yeah, so I'll pop those down now. I'm still not happy. I think there are little subtleties where I do little changes and extra bits that aren't consistent, and that's going to be my next trick. I'm going to have to go back through and examine them. So we'll just see where we ended up. Yeah, okay, those guitars seem to be sitting pretty well. Pretty happy with that. So, and because they've kind of got to be, we've got to have that funky kind of swing to them. Bunk, 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 across the beat. And with Brad's funky drums. So I seem to recall on the demo that I had another guitar part, so I'm going to search around for another guitar part for a little while and see what I can come up with, and then we'll see where we go from there. And now I remember the other guitar part. It's pretty simple, and all I'm trying to do is outline the chords and the riff. Because the chords are. So I just to bring them out, and I think I'll just change to the back pickup. We'll just pick the end or something like that. We'll pick the end and see what it sounds like. record it and see what happens, eh? Okay, so I like this. I'm not going to use it. It's not really loud. It's not a prominent part. All it's doing is putting the top note on the riff, really. I'm not using it for anything else. That's all it's going to be. Okay, I'll put that down on the rest of the track. Before I move on, now I just go through and name the tracks, the guitar tracks that I've done, making sure to name the presets that I used on the Quad Cortex, which guitar I used, which pickup I use. So that means that I can go back to them and get the sound, and I'm not searching around and going, oh, what pickup was I using? So if I do it now, it just makes life a lot easier. So yeah. Okay, so the next little struggle that I've been through is finding this. There's a little lick in the middle of the riff as it goes to the E and the D section, and which I play live. And so I've just been experimenting. So since I've got this sound up and on the telly, it's okay to do it with that. But it's taken me a long time, and not a long time, it's taken me 20 minutes or so to figure out exactly how it goes, because first I want it consistent, and secondly, yeah, I want to be able to reproduce it live. So. And it's got to fit in the gap, so, but I think I've done it. I think I've got it. Not that one. See that? So I've got to get it the same. Now I can't do it. So I'm trying to create the lick and learn it at the same time. I don't want to record it. No, I don't. That's going to work beautifully. So there you go. That be that bit, and I think we got that. Although I may not end up using this particular guitar and this particular sound on that particular lick, but for now I've got it noted because I knew I had to work it out at some stage. So now it's worked out and I can learn it. Next, vocal time. So I like this open plan recording mic. It's a copy of a U47. It's a Neumann, but it's I think they did a good job. It's good. It's got a nice little mod on it. Sweet. Okay, I'll just get set up. You can watch this one. Who knows how to work? Who knows? Doesn't matter. It's the vibe of the thing. 1, 2. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I'll have a drink and do 3 vocal takes. We'll be alright. I'll choose from them. Seems to be going alright actually. Always hard to tell with vocals. I don't have Eddie here to boss me round. Alright, so I've done 3 vocal takes. They're pretty good. I mean, they seem alright. We'll see. It's a simple song, this one. It doesn't need, we do it live. It really works. So I'm just doing pretty much what we do live. So now I just got to comp these things together. I got a rough preset and put the old J37 on the vocal. I mean, it's this one's not rocket science, but I need to sort some things out now. Listening to the vocal and comping it, I'm struck by the octave part that I put on the riff, and I can't help thinking that, well, if it was Jimmy Page, he'd probably put a note on it too. So that's what I'm going to do. Be back in a tick. I'll go and get my guitar. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's have a listen. Okay, that could be interesting. Not convinced. Not convinced. Yeah, might ditch it. So the journey continues. Last night I put down, I mixed the vocals, and I actually ended up doing the guitar solo stuff, which worked out pretty well. But I listened to it and I hate it. It just sucks. It's just too much. So I'm going to go through now and start to make some chops. I've had some interesting ideas about it. I could probably take out one of the riff sections or shorten it. I'm going to try that. Plus all those other guitars helping out the riff. They're just too much. It needs to be stripped back more. It's not right yet. So while a lot of things are right about it, obviously the bass and drums and the vibe of the rhythm guitars, but it's not quite there yet. So this is the sort of tweaking where it's like, it's just it's not a matter of playing the track straight through and having all the parts correct. It's a matter of judging the entire thing and trying to create, I know it's just a song. This one's a pretty dumb old bluesy rock song, but it's still a work of art and it's got to stand up and make sense. That's what I think anyway. Okay, so I've taken out all those extra guitars. Going to take out that don't like that. And I'm going to experiment in chopping this section, giving it a radical chop. Open up my window, honey, and crawl right in. Open up and then come in there. So let's have a go at that. So the first chop will be there, and the last one will be there. Did you get everything? You did? Let's give it a go. Let's just get rid of those and we'll chuck it together. See what happens. It's a reasonable idea. Make sure that I get everything. Yeah, it's just this process of finding how things are going to work. Let's have a look. Open up my window, honey, and crawl right in. Open up my window, honey, and crawl right in. Okay, so sounding on first pass, sounding like it's going to work. So now I just need to clean up that edit, obviously, and then I'll just live with it for a while. So I'll just clean it up, make sure that the kicks are all right. So let's just have a look at this. Yep, the kicks and the overheads, just make sure everything crossfades into each other nicely and is tidy. And the same with the guitar, there aren't any nasty little clicks or anything like that. And then I'll just keep mixing it, and then I'll run off a copy and probably stick it in my headphones and go for a walk, or on my phone and go and have a cup of tea or something like that, and live with it for a little while. Get it closer. Process, eh? But just finding how the song is best going to speak. That's what I'm trying to do here. So it's a matter of, you got to decide the elements first and go into them fully, 100%, but then be prepared to chuck them away. And that's the flexibility. I think that's, I really like that process. Really happy to fully invest in an idea and then ditch it. So the next thing I'm going to look at, I think what I'm going to do is re-record the third verse section of the rhythm guitars. I'll show you what I mean, but because I think there can be a little more dynamic. It's a very flat dynamic, this song. It's just, it is what it is, but I think I can introduce a little bit more dynamic in the third verse. But have a listen, here's the guitar solo that I did last night. That's where I'm going to change. It was a lot of fun doing the guitar solo. Tapping, when you get going, it's a bit like a banjo player. You get going, they're all good. But I notice with banjo players, they often start slow and speed up. And then you can't stop them. But it's a bit like that with tapping. When you're in that, it's all good. It's all good. But it's getting in there, starting on time, and then having a clean exit. Man, that's where the tough stuff is. So yeah, I did that for a few hours last night. It's not easy. So the guys like John Five and of course Eddie Van Halen. I mean, they're amazing. But it's getting into it and getting out of it, which is the toughest job with the tapping. It should work pretty good. Let's have a try. That's working. It's working. I might even chop one out. Okay, experiment continues. So this is a unquantized, untouched bass track on this first bit. You can see how, how great Stu and Brad are. They're just really sneaking in, clicking in together beautifully. Yeah. Should be right this time, he says. Yeah. Okay, so all the little tweaks are done. I chased the bass for a while. I chased an odd bit of guitar. Some things where entrances and exits, are a bit clacky and clangy. But basically I've got it all done now. I'll bounce it down to an MP3, put it up on the Messenger feed for the guys in the band. They can have a listen to it and then make comments. But this mix, that's pretty right to move ahead with. So what I'm doing is getting all the songs to a certain stage, to this stage where I go, okay, well, I'm pretty there, and then when it comes time, when they're all done and we've got them all in a place, then I'll go through them again, and do any other things that need to be done. But essentially, I need to okay the arrangement change with the band. I've chopped out, some of a riff and done a few other things. So. They need to okay it, and then once we're all good, we're just moving ahead. So next track. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, and do all the things you meant to do. Please follow us. Please buy our record, the old one. Well, it's not that old at the moment, which is High Tide. It's doing really well. Come and see us play. Buy our stuff. Buy our merch. Wear a t-shirt. Wear a hat. But we hope you're enjoying the band, and I hope you've enjoyed this little walk through the studio process with me. Thank you. See you next time.